It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and we'll be watching the Oilers' sure-handed wide receiver. He's coming off a nice performance, bringing in a pair of touchdowns. It's the Oilers and the Aviators on Sunday Night Primetime.
On EA Sports as we join you from the so-called Space City, Houston, Texas. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Aviators of Orlando and the Houston Oilers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their 9th-year quarterback.
You almost feel privileged, partner, every time you get to see him run out in the field to start a game, because every game, every snap, you and I both know he has potential to do something special, and that inspires his teammates as well. They know how incredible he is. They want to give max effort as well.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 65 yards, and a touchdown as well.
It's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
On 3rd down, it's Saunders. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Right back to him on first down. Taken down at the 42. Well, Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you've got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10, as they've got things rolling on this drive. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. A good gain of 12 yards that time. Now a handoff up the middle. Saunders. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Bradley. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McCann. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3 to 1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have a perfect game.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The numbers for White a week ago. 22 carries, 74 yards.
Nice solid showing from him last week. Didn't blow the roof off with his numbers. He certainly had a quality day and produced when called upon.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Knight. Going for the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is brought in at the 21. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And out will come the offense as they take over. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. When you look at this defense, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step out and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. 46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
To throw again, McCann. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Frazier. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, McCann. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Looking to throw. Thorne. He finds his man. Complete. That's Roth. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Orlando with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a third down coming up. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down. They bring their punter out there now as he'll kick it away for the second time. So possession goes over here on the punt. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football. And they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do. The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun now on third down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play they got stopped at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. And defensively they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now a 2nd and 10. They run the counter. It's Saunders. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. McCann. Work in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 18 yards and a first down. Operating from the gun. McCann. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as a wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead grows to 10-0. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Throwing on first down. Knight, he finds his man, complete. That's Roth. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 29-yard line.
And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done, because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They're trying to fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off play action. Knight. Pressure comes and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Back to throw. Knight. He finds his man. Complete. That's Roth.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had the touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll search for another score as they begin here with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. McCann. And it's incomplete.
I know we're just in the 2nd quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's a 2nd drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. Now this throw caught left side, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. Got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
On 1st and 10, McCann. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Saunders. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now a 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw again. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And the ball on the 30, here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. McCann. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Back to throw. McCann. He finds his man. Complete. That's Frazier. Now another timeout called for by the offense. On 1st down. McCann. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Touchdown!
A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Oilers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. A gain of 3, 2nd down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where it was the Giants who pick up the victory at home. 30-24 was the final. From there,
message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. This offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Operating from the gun, Knight. And that is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that will be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
And they'll send out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Throwing on first down. McCann. He finds his man complete. It's Wheeler. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with second and a couple. Operating from the gun. McCann. And the catch made. It's Patton. 7 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
We got that cheat code offense.
Looking to throw. McCann. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown. A big play there. 62 yards. And the Oilers are able to extend their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Orlando takes back over on offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Second down and 4. They run straight ahead here with White. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taking it about the 16. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. Houston's offense taking over again. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Saunders. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 36-yard line.
Back to throw. McCann. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Up the middle they go. It's Saunders, and he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. To throw on second down. McCann. He finds his man. Complete. It's Wheeler. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Looking to throw. McCann throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 29-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. McCann. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, Saunders. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And this one is right down the middle. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So little by little, the better of these two sides starting to become more and more apparent.
3 points is not a knockout blow in the third quarter, but when the other guys haven't shown they can do anything, they don't have any points, this is looking pretty good. Maybe not a knockout blow, but a good stiff jab, that's for sure.
Orlando takes back over on offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having, because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps, to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
Houston's offense taking over again. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game, because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Oilers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Well, partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Orlando takes back over on offense. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. This is White on the screen. Into space at the 45. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun. Knight. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Back to throw. Knight firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 2nd down and 6 now.
2nd and 6.
He's going to try and do this himself. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. Off the play fake. Thorne. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here's White. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Aviators are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So 4th and goal, their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't they? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? Because a lot of times in that situation, partner, we see teams try and roll the quarterback out, give him a little run-pass option, and treat it like a 2-point conversion play. In this case, they went with a little bit more power and got it done.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
On third down, Saunders, and he is going to lose yardage here. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And on now is the punter, as he'll punt it away for the second time. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. Orlando takes back over on offense. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. On 1st and 10, Thorne. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
First down, Orlando.
Looking to throw. Thorne. Open man there. That's Bellamy. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. 7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7. First down, Aviators.
Back to throw. Thorne. And he's got his man on the out route. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throwing deep for Stewart. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Open man is Stewart. It's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Thorne. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Back to throw. Thorne toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. I think here the score dictates you pretty much got to go for it.
But when you look at the scoreboard and you realize that 3 doesn't do you a whole lot of good in this situation, you're exactly right. Dial up one of your better plays and get after it. Forget the field goal kicker. He doesn't matter.
And he is going absolutely nowhere in the wrong direction. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Houston's offense taking over again. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late 4th quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown.